dangerous people to hate are those that has God's hands upon them. It's a dangerous thing to be envious of someone who has God's hand upon him. In today's video, we'll be looking at the cost of envy and how people were destroyed for it. I'll see you soon. Welcome to my channel. This is where you have lots of devotionals, Bible studies, and encouragement through your faith walk. Now, subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'll see you soon. Hello, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Ifeoma Samuel. If you're new around here, I encourage you to click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. That way you don't miss it when a new video drops. Today is our day 87. Wow. Okay, so we're looking at the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, all the way to Ezekiel chapter 36. The theme of our discussion today is the price of envy. Just before we get into that, let's look at Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 1. Then we'll skip a few verses, go to verse 4 and 8. Verse 1 to 4 says, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord God unto the shepherds, woe be to the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves. Should not the shepherds feed the flocks? Verse 3 says, ye eat the fat, and ye clothe you with wool. Ye kill them that are fed, but ye feed not the flock. Verse 4 says, the diseased have you not strengthened, neither have ye healed that which is sick, neither have you bound up that which is broken, neither have you brought again that which was lost. But with force and with cruelty have you ruled them. Let's go to verse 8. Says, as long as I live, said the Lord, surely because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field, because there was no shepherd, neither did the shepherds search for my flock, but the shepherds fed themselves and fed not my flock. Again, this is a warning to believers who find themselves in the place of leadership. This is a warning. We are not called to feed ourselves. We're called to feed the flock. We're called for us to serve the saints. It's a ministry of service. It's a ministry that allows you to serve others just as you have received, grace from the Lord. It brings to mind my recent book. It's an encouragement for women that serve in ministry. The Radiant Women. It's available. It's going to be available sometime soon on Amazon. Go look for it. Okay, you can click the link in the description box. That sends you to my Amazon link. Okay, my Amazon profile. You get to see some of these books. The Radiant Women. Very powerful encouragement devotions for women who are serving in ministry. It's a dangerous thing for you to see the ministry as a means to exploit God's people. God is against that. Ministry is dangerous, all right? For the covetous, for the greedy, this is not a place for that. Would God bless his people? Yes. Would God bless the shepherd? Yes. But you're not called to fleece God's people to feed your greed. We're not called, okay, to feed our greed. We are called to serve. It takes a lot of heart to do that. It takes a lot of compassion and a lot of love for you to forsake your own sin and be a minister for others, okay, and serve. When you hear minister, it means service. So ministry is equal to service, and it takes a heart to do that. Having said that, let's jump quickly. Let's look at Ezekiel chapter 34. Okay, so you may read all of that down, and it talks about the covenant of peace somewhere, and and how God is going to deliver the prey out of the hands of such shepherds, and God is going to deliver his people and feed his people by himself. Okay, they shall no longer be praised. That's what the word says. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. It says, this is the prophecy against Mount Seir. All right. So let's see why Mount Seir is on God's radar. It says, because thou had perpetual hatred and hast shed blood of thy brethren, blood of the children of Israel, sorry about that, by the force of the sword in the time of thy calamity and in the time of their iniquity had an end. Okay, in time their iniquity had an end. Verse 6 says, Therefore, as I live, said the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Seated thou has not hatred. Sorry, that sounds awkward. Okay, seated thou has not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Okay, now it's talking about vengeance, and God is going to, take vengeance on the people of Mount Seir. Why did they hate Israel so much? Now, it's not just about the historical Israel. It's about us now, being engrafted among God's people. Why are God's people super hated? Now, there's some group of people you probably have them around your physical life, and they draw so much attention in a negative light, and not like they are bad in themselves. No, they are not bad, people in terms of what they do, but they kind of have serious backlash, serious anger directed at them. Why? Envy. Envy is very devious. Okay, I want us to get to, just hold on, hang in there, because of the envy. Let's look at verse 11 of chapter 35. So therefore, as I live, said the Lord, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thy envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. Now be careful. Envy is wicked, very wicked. Okay, envy is worse than anger itself. It's worse. Let me show you something. Let's go quickly to Proverbs chapter 27, verse 4. Wrath is cruel. Okay, wrath is cruel, and anger is outrageous. But who is able to stand before envy? Now that tells you and I that envy does not come close to anger. It doesn't come close to wrath itself. It doesn't come close to those two. So what is envy? Envy is at par with hatred, and it is as deadly as it sounds. Envy can make you kill someone. Envy, very dangerous. It's a dangerous demon you don't want to mess with. Okay, so it's a dangerous thing. You cannot hate a person who's got God on his side or her side. You can't hate those people, because you're setting yourself up against God. There are some people that have God's hand. As a believer, you have God's hand upon you. Now, anybody trying to set you up, anybody trying to direct some form of hatred and envy against you, they are setting themselves up for a fight against God, because God's hand is upon you. All right? God's hand is upon you. In fact, it's a fatal error to envy or hate someone that is a covenanted child. It's a fatal error. You don't do that. Okay? God made Mount Seir a perpetual desolation because of their envy and hatred towards God's people. Now, it doesn't stop there. Okay? So let's go on. When you're down and the enemy is about to rejoice over you, what does God do? God definitely has his hand lifted up. Okay? God will definitely lift you out of that situation. Are you surrounded by the enemy? Are you pressed down by the enemy? God is well able to lift you out of that situation. That's found in Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 2-5. You may want to read that up, for yourself, and see how God delivers his people there. Well, when they are there in the thick of the woods, God will definitely, he always shows up for his people. I would like to read Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 7-9. All right, I would love for you to read that on your own. Okay, all the way, all of Ezekiel chapter 36 is so powerful, so good. 7-9 talks about how the heathen will bear their shame. The blessings of the Lord are upon you. Ezekiel chapter 36, 7-11 reminds us of all of God's blessings upon us. All right, 36, 24-34, another powerful read, talks about restorative grace, how God will restore all that we have lost. sprinkle water, heal us, heal our land. All of that, you need to soak that all in. I need you to just read those verses again and see how powerful it is when you have God on your side, when you are with God. Okay, when you are with God, there's so much powerful, so many powerful blessings and gifts that He has bestowed upon us. So thank you so much for joining me here today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. God bless you.